It's early August, so that means Cowboys training camp getting ramped up. We have a lot to get into as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned. But my very first matter of business with you being out there in Oxnard is I'm supposed to question you on where your Hawaiian chiflera is, sir?
I'm sorry, you're supposed to question what?
Where is your Hawaiian chiflera?
Yeah, sir.
Sir?
Hawaiian chiflera?
BYOHS.
BYOPT.
He's
Bring
Googling
your
it
own
right
Come
now.
on, Plant Jeopardy.
What is a chiflera?
Come on, Plant
What
Jeopardy.
is this show? Okay, yeah, this is supposed to be testing your Jeopardy brain. A Hawaiian chiflera was, thanks to some viewer, the official name for the plant that I brought onto the show on Friday.
On Friday.
Which
Not a ficus.
It's not a ficus.
It's not a ficus. Which, which
Who knew that?
We
Buddy.
thought we were
Somebody on
doing-
Instagram.
Somebody commented it.
That's how I felt. No. You saying that is how I felt on the air when I brought my best palm tree dupe. And you're like, oh, that's
It's a ficus.
I'm like, really? Who knew that?
Who's Plant Jeopardy now?
That's right. That's right.
Whoever commented that, you are the winner.
More importantly,
that on
who's
your
playing
post,
football
Kelly?
now?
No, it was not my post.
What do you think?
It was not me. I did not have
It was not Kelly.
It's all right, Mike. We just had to. I had to roast you.
It was
I'm
a
still
one
trying to get
viewer
back
on
for
Instagram that
last
posted
week.
the official name of the plant.
Yeah.
Gene
I
K.
swear I was sitting here
Reed.
thinking,
Shout
like-
out to Gene K.
Okay.
Reed.
Thanks,
All
Gene.
right,
I
Gene,
need
I
all the
like
help I
it.
can get.
Well done. Honestly, when you first
You
said it,
stumped
I thought
Mike.
you were making like a Hanson reference in like Hawaiian shirts because he would always wear his Hawaiian shirts out here. I was like, is chiflera a word for a shirt? That was honestly where I thought you were going. I'm like, what is she talking
The most
about?
common sound in the English language.
Oh, Michael.
Good pull, PLG.
With that in mind, as we said, the Cowboys are putting the pads on for the first time at practice. I know we are excited to see that. We talked about a couple guys that we're most looking forward to seeing, but I don't think any of us in our excitement level compares to that of Jerry Jones, the owner of your Dallas Cowboys, which we got to talk to at length this weekend. Our lead sports anchor, Joe Trahan, had his annual one-on-one with Jerry Jones. And Mike, I know you've been out there for some of those conversations. How rare is it for an owner with the, I guess, stature of Jones to be this available to all of the media? I mean, all the time. That's not something new for him, but like to do these one-on-ones every year and answer any question, like no questions are off the table. You've been covering this team.
Well, except for that 1 year.
It's very rare that there's a question off the table. Very rare. And yeah. But I mean,
the
still.
instance I'm referencing was during the anthem.
Ah.
When the anthem protests were
With
happening.
Colin Kaepernick.
And
Yeah.
yes, and there was a lot of questions relative to whether or not the Cowboys were going to do it. I think this was before. This must have been the season before. It was either the season before they did the thing in Arizona on Monday Night Football where they knelt before the anthem and then stood up for the anthem, or it may have been the summer of 2020 when George Floyd happened, and it was a very heavily serious moment for everybody. And it was, again, top of mind. And I can't remember which summer it was, but it was communicated right before the interviews. And back then, he would just kind of go down the line. He did it out here on the practice fields, not by the gazebo where they do it now. And so everybody was just lined up with their cameras and all their gear, and it was just he'd do bang, 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 and he'd do Hanson, and he'd do Ducey, and he'd do it was probably Bill Jones at that point for Channel 11, I remember, but everybody's lined up ready to go, and they come over in the moments before, and Hanson, just the way that we set the cameras up, Hanson was first in line, and they came over and told everybody, hey, the
We're not
anthem
touching
stuff we're not touching that. We're not talking about that. It's the only time I can think of where they ever made that kind of decree. And Dale, I think in some form, because he was the first one that had to kind of make the decision, decided, all right, whatever, we're gonna roll with this. Ducey actually said, fine, then we're not doing it.
Wow.
And Ducey got a ton of credit for it, and deservedly so. It was a baller move, honestly. But yeah, that is the only circumstance. Sorry to go off on a tangent here. It's the only circumstance I can think of where they did have anything be off limits. And to answer your question, it's incredibly. I mean, who else does this? Who else does this? Owners of any stature. Let alone somebody that's been as intrinsic to the NFL story. Yeah. No, it's singular. Some Cowboys fans would probably love it if he wouldn't, but it is who he is. Listen, but it is who he is. He enjoys that part of it. He will always enjoy that part of it. It's part of his nature, and it does give us a unique peek behind the curtain of what he's actually thinking. So it's always an event, and it always makes training camp fun.